during the Tour de France to get these riders ready to come back every day between stages and still perform at a high level. So what we're doing is we're breaking up lactic acid, we're breaking up a little bit of scar tissue from all the abuse you put your body through. But this is an easy stretch for you to do. All you got to do is reach up here, grab your knee, and aim at that shoulder. So this little extra here, I'm looking for impingement. See? So I'm finding it right there. Right there.
It hurts.
Yeah. That's the impingement. Okay, so what you do, you bring it down every time just to break things up. It helps flush the muscles. Straight into it.
It feels good to put your face through that perch.
Okay, now, from what I perceive here, I'm thinking we know there's a difference between right and left. We've already looked at that. In this case, the right leg is a little tighter on rotation. You see where your feet are? Okay, take a look. See? Well, let's start with the right leg. All right. All right. Now, what I'm going to do here is a stretch that you can easily replicate, where you just reach down, grab your ankle, and grab your knee. This is a double axis stretch, working the external hip rotators, which are tight, as in piano wire tight. Okay, so on a scale of 1 to 10, where are we? Are you okay with this?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, so at least they're not. The last guy, he would have been screaming with this much pressure, but you're okay with it. So that tells me, there's hope. But what I want you to do is engage your adductors here and push against my hand. Okay, good. Okay, now completely relax. Okay, again, and relax. Good. All right, so as the muscles begin to respond, you change the fulcrum. Okay. Slightly. The reason I'm putting my knee here is to keep this hip down. You won't have that option. Yeah. But for you to use this stretch, then I'd recommend every day work on this one. Add this to whatever stretching you're doing. Add this one. Okay. There are two here. I'm going to do two with you. But
push against it.
Yeah, go ahead. Push and relax. Good. All right, so that's enough of that. It doesn't take a lot. The other stretch that I'm going to do, we're going to open up that hip groin area a little bit, and we're going to work on the psoas now. So what I'm doing now is I'm going from hip rotators, 6 muscles underneath the gluteal sheath that control the action of the hip, to the hip flexors, which have, there are multiple muscle groups that lift the leg and provide hip flexion, but the primary hip flexor is called the psoas. The iliotibial band, I don't think is bad. It's not off the scales tight, but it's just, you should stretch it. Mm-hmm. Cross stretching. Psoas, we need to work on that. That's the lifter. That's part of the lift of hip flexion. Okay, weak adductors. That's
the big one.
Yeah, well, you don't use them that much on the bike, but you use them for stabilization of the knees. It's part of the stabilization. So that's something that needs to be addressed down the road. I wouldn't worry about anything right now. Recommend the body fit stretches. That's the program that, some of which is in the book. Hip flexor, hip rotator stretching, and strengthening. Improve overall flexibility by daily stretching. Work with John on the body fit. Future reference. I'm going to give you my card. Saddle up 12 millimeters. The shoes we exchanged for zeros. The bars came up 9 millimeters. Okay, so there's the changes mechanically. So.
You want me to get the arrow keys?
42 degrees. Okay, let's try the other side. 42 degrees. That was your longer measuring side. Right there. Raise that heel very slightly. And looks like I got you a little more extension there. You're slightly taller. That's 41. So remember we were
4 degrees apart.
Yeah, no, we're 41, 41, 42. We were 48, 52, yeah. So we're only one degree different.
Yeah.
No, that's good. That's so. I guess if you could do those 2 stretches that I showed you,
Yeah.
that's going to help get that number closer. You're going to be less susceptible to injury, and you're going to be outputting more power on that weaker side. So start doing those stretches.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay? See now.
Is this the 1.5 mile test?
Yeah, this is the half mile. Yeah. It's 152 to 148, and you got more than 1 mile per hour.
Yeah.
So that's certainly headed in the right direction.
Yeah.
Now let's turn to page 2. That puts you out of zone. You're still in zone 3. So my take on this is you, as an athlete, could use more anaerobic threshold training, higher level of training now. Where we really dropped efficiency, in terms of spin scan,
Yeah.
we lost some ground. But your body is going to need some time to assimilate those changes. So 50, 64, we dropped to 56, and we got our 50% on both sides, so that's a good. We got greater parity on percentage of power, lost some ground on torque.
Okay. But I'm going faster. I'm a little harder.
Oh yeah, that's the main thing. Yeah, this is something, the efficiency is something you have to work on. Now what I would do if I were your coach, cracking the whip, I would give you more, single leg, done in a very specific way.
Okay.
Where you're monitoring features that you're not monitoring